Yeah, also time is 9:34. So hold on. I'm trying to like start the timer so I don't so I'm aware of how long I have been speaking for. So today is the first of the protest. I so lately I've been dragging myself to work, quote unquote. So these days I've been making it intentional to like rest. Today has mostly been for resting. So what I did was I just turned on I, I turned on Twitter, rather X, scrolling through X. Then I discovered that, or rather, it seems like the government throttled the speed of X because on the VPNs they were going fast. On the regular network, they were very, very slow. So I just don't want to get myself involved in all of that negative energy. Please hold on. So I decided to like just maybe leave X for a while. Then I went to then I went on YouTube just to like watch some comedy shows and everything. So I've noticed I've had this habit for now. I've been having this bad habit of over consuming content. That is, I take in too much content, but I don't really release as much because I just feel like it's not in as much as it maybe tries to get the perfect. At first, it goes from having like a lot of ideas to which of the plenty ideas should I work on. I pick an idea, and before you know it, I'm researching on the ideas just to get people's perspectives so I can create mine. And then I end up doing like watching like 7 8 videos, but that's by the way, which happened today. But back to the YouTube. So I started streaming a lot of comedy videos, Trevor Noah. There's this Zimbabwe guy in the UK. I can't remember his name. So I was basically having fun then. I ate, after eating, obviously, I felt dizzy. Though I ate very small, I felt dizzy. I went to sleep. Normally, when I sleep in the afternoon, I set my timer for 20 minutes. But this time around, I did not do that. I went straight. I went straight into. I just went straight to sleep. No alarms, and that sleep was intense. I really felt it. It was heavily needed. Then I woke up. I went back on X. I discovered that the nationwide protest really went nationwide. What I mean nationwide is, I would say a lot of states on different regions were protesting, but the protests were violent in some areas. And I've been thinking to myself, just right when this current president Tinubu got into power, people were screaming. They were asking questions like, "Does karma exist?" That we kind of know what this guy has been doing. We know his involvement in certain things that are not proven yet, but some have evidence and everything. But yet, he still rewarded the presidency. That does karma exist? I keep telling people, just like gravity, just like gravity, karma is a law, but that's not the point of today's video. But looking at the fact that this same president has led several protests in this country against other people, it just makes perfect sense that he's in the hot seat. That is one reason I tell people to not judge other people or to try your possible best to do unto others what you want others to do unto you. That to me that looks more like like an a warning slash advice instead of just a regular thing people just put in their heads. I say this because I try my possible best to. Yeah, and this is a way of virtue signaling. Sometimes it makes me look like. I sometimes I ask myself, is it that I am incapable of causing harm, or I am just trying to be good? Because of recent times, I have been trying my possible best to like just see women eye to eye, just like see them, look at them eye to eye, and no judgment, no objectification. But for some very strange reasons, a lot of women come to me around me objectifying themselves, and sometimes I've noticed that when I hold back, they feel irritated. And lately, I've kind of understood that because of social norms, they do not want to be objectified, but a part of them wants that objectification. So I see. And two is they don't. But the issue is they don't want to be objectified by the wrong men. I think that's a part that men do not understand. Women do not want to be objectified by the wrong men. It's the same way where women say they want men who are God fearing, love kids, but financially stable, honest, loyal. They want those things quite alright, but they want it from somebody who they are already attracted to. So what that means is, in some cases, they see a guy who they are attracted to doesn't have all of those features, and yet they want that guy, but something is off. So those things they see that off are things that they least that they want, and then that's why the men who have those things initially are not. They are those habits are to retain women or wives, but they don't help to attract them. That's what a lot of men don't understand. But back to your conversation, sorry, I digress. Is judge judge not unless you be judged, or treat others how you want others to be treated. Now that the current president is in the office, this is just a year and a couple of months, maybe 2 months, and he's finding it very difficult to put the country together. But I don't entirely think anything insane will come out of the protest, although I am slightly prepared. Oh, mind you, there's a power outage, and I kind of assume that they're going to mess with two things. One, the internet. Two, the power supply. Those two things are the things they would want to use to maybe avoid, should I say, external scrutiny. But in reality, that might just push more people on the streets than they could actually contain. So that's, and seeing it, but like I said in one video you will see coming up soon, because I recently I uploaded all my videos today, but I didn't want to spam the YouTube algorithm. So what I did was I scheduled them up until the 9th of August. So they'll be dropping every day, while I still drop my regular videos, which will come in later in the evening. So yeah, that's about it. So I have spoken about him, and I feel like his plans don't necessarily look bad for the country, but it's just that the country has not listened to its people, and its people are simply expressing their will or their voices. So a friend of mine asked me to travel with him to his hometown. So that's where I think it's either tomorrow or Saturday. That's where I'll be for most of the time, for the weekend. So I really want to experience how this weekend is going to be like, basically. Let me just see. And it's a way of also getting out of work, because yes, I love my work, I love to grind, but I think a lot of things are taking on my health in terms of excessive sitting down. Yeah, I'm about to purchase a rising desk. I definitely am getting rid of this, so I have to purchase a rising desk. Um, it's costing a lot of me, and then it's yeah. I basically work for long hours, and it's staying on my chest. And then I noticed that while I was watching a lot of comedy videos, I barely sort of need to have deep breath, or like how I usually do when I'm working. I'll be working, and before I know it, because I've pressed my lungs for so long or something, or I've squeezed in for a period, I may have to be taking in a lot of deep breath. So, notice that with the comedy videos, yes, I was sitting, relaxed, and as I laughed, I could feel deep breath coming to me easily. So I think comedy videos, I think, might be my new source of entertainment. No longer short form platforms or random YouTube videos. Just listen to jokes. And today was Trevor Noah's joke mostly. He cracks the best, I won't say racist, or I'll say race based jokes. Talking about white women, talking about white women versus Indian women versus black women. And then that fella led me to looking at, let's say, looking at this all these podcasts that have to do with men and women's conversation. And I think men and women's conversation recently has missed the complete point. And I really, really, really feel for women because this is about the first time in history where we are having a high population of women who are going to be single, sexless, and childless. When I mean sexless, I'm referring to it's actual men, it's actual human beings, not with toys. And although they might want to celebrate such ideas, such habits, but we kind of have an idea that it's not the same. It's not the way we are wired. So I think society as a whole needs to get used to seeing women single, childless, sexless. So they should not see them as wrong either. They should accommodate them. And so I'll be asking myself, will I want if I have daughters, which I think I want to have, will I want them single, sexless, childless later on in life? I don't think I would. I really, really do not think I would want that. So what can I do? The best I can do is instill family values in myself and obviously select a partner who has similar values. And from there, we can see, and she goes up to see if these values are what she wants to adopt. If it's not what she wants to adopt, mind you, by then there would have been countless ideas in terms of gender and gender roles. She may pick anyone she wants. But my job to present to her what I already know, and if she likes it, or that if they like it, they can adopt it. Same thing with the guys. I push my masculine ideas forward. If they buy them, okay by me. I don't have to force these ideas on them. I don't have to, and I should not do that. So let me see. Is there any other thing that I could be potentially missing out of? So that's it. I don't really think I'm missing out on anything. I really do not think so. However, um, I think I'm 27 right now, approaching that age of approaching 30, where I say 30 is where I'll begin to consider marriage and everything. Or I'm basically having kids at the same time. So that's why I'm having this thought recently. And then I had to look back at the ladies that have been attracting into my life recently. Trust me, I've attracted different types of women, and it's beautiful when you sit down and observe women from a distance. As in, no judgment, just observe. You get to see that women are actually very, very beautiful, very, very beautiful. Now, women, and then it's also insane when they have very beautiful personalities. When you recently, I've been speaking to a lot more feminine ladies that I used to, and the vibe is completely different. I'm like, feminine women who are submissive, feminine, submissive, attractive. That is, they make it intentional to be attractive, and the vibe is just different. And I've said this several times that I think a lot of women miss the point. Well, a lot, I would say most women. Some women miss the point. Is they want to be feminine, but then again, they want to force themselves into masculine roles, which may not work in their favor because, um, despite the fact that they want masculine men, but they themselves are masculine. I don't think masculine men want to have anything to do with masculine women. With this my first process, I have turned a lot of women off. I have pissed them off, but that's my opinion, that's my truth. And I've asked myself, do I have to lie all in the name of retaining a couple of few girls when I genuinely, interestingly love speaking to these feminine ladies? Feminine, soft spoken. And then it just feels like you are, it sort of feels like, if you're in the moment, it feels like you are, I don't know, it feels like you're playing with a child. I just hope that statement doesn't get out of context, but I feel like where I'm going through life, a lot of things that I'm saying right now will be either relent or taken out of context. So, regardless. So, that's just a thought process that I had that I kept on popping into my head today recently, and then a video just came to my head and said, an idea came to my head and said, be careful of the women that you attract. It made sense. It made perfect sense. Now, a lot of the time, we do not, we do not, should I say, we're not usually careful of the kind of women that we attract into our lives. Just go around all in the name of looking for shallow interactions or not building enough deep connections, and also being distracted by social media. We end up attracting things that we do not want, women that we do not want. So I think I've made this much more intentional to attract certain traits or characteristics of women, certain ones, and to make them intentional. Would I want intentionally, will I once in a while get involved in some other kind of ladies? Yeah, that I will not get married to. I think so. But it's the consistent habits that win at the end of the day. So if I have my eyes focused, and once in a while once in a while I indulge in who I don't want. I mean, let's be honest. It's like people miss the point of discipline. They think you're at your edge 247. Sometimes it's best to take it easy on yourself. I don't mean go and do something that's completely outlandish, but once in a while, feel free just to see how it feels like on the other side of spontaneity. Spontaneity, not indiscipline, spontaneity. So, today I think I saw a reaction video of Kamala Harris where they said she's not black. That Trump said she's not black. She's of the Indian origin. And then there are several videos of her saying that she's Indian and everything. Just to discover that she said they are trying to blackwash her. And I'm saying that, and I'm wondering that of what purpose will it be to just sit down and lie about your heritage? Just so you can be at the seat of power. To me, that looks shallow. Very, very shallow. Like I said, I don't know the fact. I do not know the fact. I think Americans are Americans are in a lot of show right now. Another major headline is we now have human beings with XY chromosomes literally getting into boxing rings with human beings with YY chromosomes. I think I may have had some very, very uneducated talk around that, but basically men and women, literally, they put somebody, a man in the ring, to face biological women. And these women stood, they didn't even stand a single chance. So you see this idea of feminism, it's very great. Equality of opportunity is very, very great. But I keep saying you cannot have equality of outcomes. It is just not possible. It's not just possible. You can't have it. It can't happen. It just cannot happen. So it reminds me of a video I saw on Joe Rogan's stand-up comedy where he spoke about the White House being broken into, and he said the only time the White House got broken into was when it was guarded by a woman. I think this is a joke. I don't know the facts because I looked for the videos on YouTube. I could barely get them. Spoke about how the guy got to the front door, saw a female Secret Service agent, basically took her as a joke, smacked her in the face, and walked through the door. I didn't see a video about that on YouTube, and it got me thinking that this enforcing or trying to force equality of outcome is the major madness I think we have today. That's why we have the audacity to put a man in the ring to fight other women. How far are they willing to take this LGBTQ thing? How far? Because a lot of women are going through a lot. They are just going through a lot. Yeah, it's the same people who gave the women rights and the same people who are also doing transgender rights. But which makes me now realize is, do they really want the rights of these people? Or do they want to dig deep, find the most victimized people, and just use them for the sake of getting into power? Because that's what I think. And I say this a lot with some feminists when I ask, give me a situation where women don't have equal rights like men. They start bringing up natural circumstances, women on periods, men who are in their 30s going for women in their 20s, women seen as objects. Meanwhile, they objectify themselves, all sorts of things. And I'm like, this is your mentioning, either done by nature or by the hands of you guys. But yet, you want men to feel guilty about it. Or how does that even the playing field? When I bring about things of how men are offing themselves, when at a higher rate, men are more homeless at a higher rate, and yet they choose to ignore all of that. But hey, at the same time, I choose these days intentionally to leave feminists alone. Like at the end of the day, we all reap what we sow, right? Cause and effect. So I choose not to focus my attention on them anymore. Let them be. Let them have their way. Let them do what they want to do. In the end, we all reap what we sow. So I felt bad for those women because right now, some of them are going through real physical pain in terms of one had a broken nose. I heard a 17-year-old girl is being paralyzed in some areas of her body. Did not fact check, but I saw the news on Twitter, on X rather, and then it's quite sad because some of these people may never ever attempt boxing again because they would think the next Olympics might just be the same thing. You'll be facing another man. A woman even lasted 20 something seconds. 20 something seconds. And this dude, I'm almost certain that if I have half the time he used in training, I am pretty sure I can take them out. Like I said, I'm definitely sure I can take them out. So it just got me talking, and I just felt pain for them. So I really want to end this video right now. There's a lot of thought processes I had today. And I was able to script a video today on why guys need to be delusional today, or why guys have to be delusional at the same time, not stupid. Yeah. I think that'll be my title. You must be delusional, not stupid, in the thumbnail. Yep. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. I really hope you get to see this video today. Bye for now.